Hi, my name is Peyton Beach, and this is for my class with Professor Jatoba Rock, Social Work 497, and I'm going to be answering some questions about my thoughts on the material this week. So the first question is, what was the most interesting or meaningful this week and why? And the most interesting thing that I did this week was, or I read this week slash watched because the interviews were also very good. But I chose the Defund the Police article, which was also directly related to like involving social work within the police system, which I've had a lot of thoughts on. And that's written by Leah Jacobs from the University of Pittsburgh. It's a really, really good article. And it's the first time I've ever seen the words, I have to read it, carceral social work. I've never heard about that anymore, but it basically just means that it's the same type of like policies and like inherently racist like white power policies that the police system operates on, which is very, very interesting to me because as someone wanting to go into the social work profession, I'm graduating next month. I want to work really hard on having diverse policies and like having a diverse mindset and like wanting to see these overrepresented populations and asking like what's causing this. And I don't want to be a proponent of the integrated racism that's gone through America for so long. Next question is, what surprised or concerned you this week and why? I would say learning about carceral social work. I think it's super, super crazy, especially the carceral feminism too. As far as like, when I say it's super crazy, it's because I just assumed for a while that if you added social work, if you integrated them into the police force, it would automatically help everyone because they would be able to point out what's right and what's wrong. But I think there's a lot of other issues, and I understand why people are so against it because they're worried that if you put social work into the police force, those same ideals that the police force holds close, which is why so many Black people are in prison, stuff like that, like it might change social work instead of social work changing law enforcement. And so this article focuses on anti-carceral social work, which I think is really, really important. And so, yeah, that surprised me and it concerned me. What would you do if you had all the power in this situation? I think 2 weeks ago I would have answered this completely differently than I would now. But I love the idea of taking some things away from the police department. I think we should have police, but I completely love the idea of defunding some of the department and giving it to, there's so many cases where it's a mental health crisis, and that creating these mental health safe spaces would be so beneficial for all of society. And those can be run by social workers, creating these like evidence-based interventions that show that these work and there's no violence and we're not just throwing people in. Same with like drug and stuff, like any type of those possessions, like there has to be a different way. What questions or ongoing needs for learning, a different way other than prison is what I meant. What questions or ongoing needs for learning do you have? I just want to see how we can get this into effect, like how it would actually be something that would work. I assume it starts at like the very top with lawmakers and legislators. But yeah, thank you.